All right, guys, so since I know this will save you guys a ton of money in the long run and it can help a lot of people out, do you have a 96, 97, even like any CD5 Accord and the AC just randomly went out someday? So I'm going to give you a couple things to check before we do anything. But unfortunately, in my case, I think we're low on Freon, so we have a leak somewhere. But if you are one of those people that have a 97 Accord, you can come in here. First things first, you have your fuse box here. We have a cooling fan relay, we have a cooling fan fuse, and then we have a condenser fan over there. Those are a couple things you're going to want to check. I did find that when I checked these, my cooling fan fuse was blown. So we went and replaced that with a good known fuse. Second thing, you can check this guy down here. If you're low, make sure that it has continuity between it. If it doesn't, you could be low or have a bad sensor. Number 3, we're going to come over here. There's 2 little relays over here. You can check those 2 little relays and the wiring that goes there. And then 4, what we're going to do is we are going to come down here and I'm going to show you. I'm going to take the key out. We can come down here under the dash. I am going to be vacuuming this thing out today, but we can come over here. There's a fuse panel right here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out. You guys can see the fuses. We're going to be looking for number 8. Heater control relay, AC clutch relay, and cooling fan relay. That's a fuse. It's a 7.5 amp. It's in there somewhere. So, number 8. We're going to pull that out, and we're going to check it. And in my case, it's good, unfortunately. I wish that it wasn't good, but it is good. So, put that back in there. Pop that back in. And those are a couple of things that you can check if you don't have AC. But unfortunately, I got this charged before. It held a vacuum when we did it. Also check your knobs, make sure they go the whole way over. Mine unfortunately do not, so we're going to be pulling this out and adjusting it today. But those are a couple things to check. It's free to check. Let's say you have a relay over here. And this can be done for any car, but let's say you have a relay over here and you find one that doesn't work. Come over here, switch your relays out. You can see this one, pop that out, switch it to that one, move it over, and do the same thing. Pop it right back over here. It only goes in one way. Come over here, flip back out, and then once you're done and you figure it out, you can say, okay, my relay's bad, I'll go buy another one. Keep in mind, like in my case, me switching that out would be the power window relay, so it's not exactly important, but it's not unimportant either. So those are a couple things. ABS module here, but we are going to pull a vacuum now and see where she's leaking. Alright, so in my case, we were able to get the compressor to kick back on, but we were definitely low on Freon. So we're pulling a vacuum now. Going to let it run for about 5-10 minutes. Then we're going to pop off the top here of the compressor, dump in a little bit of dye, and then we're going to run it, and then we'll find out where the leak is at, and then we'll fix it. Usually when mine go out, I generally replace everything, because if one thing goes, the system, something else is going to go. So I try to just replace everything in one shot. New compressor, new condenser, new lines, new orifice tube, everything but what's behind the dash. But in this case, we're going to be cheap, and we'll see, because this car doesn't usually go more than like 100 miles from home base, so it doesn't matter to me. But whereas like my truck, I replace everything, because I don't want to be 1,000, 2,000 miles away and have it fail. So we're doing that. I understand some of you guys don't have this system to do this. This is where it starts to get expensive. If you do not have a set of gauges and a vacuum and a will to be able to charge this up, do not ever charge this up without pulling a vacuum first, because you're just wasting your time. There's air in there, and you don't want any air in there. Alright, so in our case, we're using dye. So, oh, yeah, I don't want to spill that on me. But yeah, filled it up with the funnel, did not spill a drop. Alright, little 10mm down there. Spilled very little, so now we'll hook up to that. Alright, so we have AC again, but something to check on these Hondas is this piece right here. If you've ever had this out and you have to adjust it, unfortunately mine, if you guys look here, so if I put it all the way on the hot side, See that? Like, I have to wiggle it. And then if I come all the way back to the cold side and pull it out as far as possible, you can see how it doesn't go the whole way. So on mine, there's an adjustment down in the dash I'm not gonna mess with. I'm just gonna put this all the way on cold and just leave it there. Okay, and this is one of those, this is what I did to fix it before, because these things are hard to come by. So I put it all the way on cold, and I threw a zip tie around that because these things break. So, all the way on cold, we can throw this back in, plug everything back in, and we should have ice cold AC until we don't. But then we'll find the leak later on down the road and replace whatever we need to. And if it's something that's like, if it's something major, I gotta buy lines and whatnot, I might just buy the whole kit, buy a new condenser again, well, other than the condenser, but everything. That way, it's reliable. All right, guys, we have ice cold AC again. Super happy about it. Unfortunately, it is gonna be short-lived because there is a leak somewhere. So once all that dye goes through the system and it starts to leak, we'll be able to figure out where it is. And if it's enough, I will justify just buying a new everything, because these systems did have problems from the factory, so I will probably buy a good reputable one. Rock Auto or Parts Geek is what I've been using, and they've been pretty decent. So I'll probably do the same thing on this. If it's something simple like just an O-ring kit, then sure. But if we see it's something major leaking, then I'll probably just end up pulling the trigger and buying the whole kit. I do have an O-ring kit in stock back at my shop, but it's one of those. I hope this video helped a lot of you guys out, because I know there's plenty of people out here who have relay or fuse problems. I did. I swapped all the relays and did this and that and replaced everything. So we were actually at the shop able to get everything to kick on, whereas the other day when I was at Walmart, nothing worked. So, all right, well, I'm gonna enjoy my AC for this week, and hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.